Okay, so imagine this. Europe's tech sector just posted its biggest quarterly growth in 8 years, all thanks to AI and cloud services. That's where we're starting today, and
And that's just one of the stories we're covering. We've also got escalating tensions in the Strait of Hormuz and a major call to action from economists about AI's economic impact.
welcome to DeActa Daily Digest. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Juniper. Here are today's top stories.
Let's dive into Europe's tech boom. The numbers are staggering. 46% growth in annual contract value for managed services and cloud-based as-a-service offerings in Q2. That's the biggest jump in nearly a decade. What's driving this?
It's all about AI and cloud infrastructure. Companies are pouring resources into cloud solutions to power their AI projects, and hyperscalers, those massive cloud providers, are seeing unprecedented demand. Infrastructure as a service, or IaaS, grew by 79% year over year. That's a massive leap.
And it's not just the big contracts. Smaller deals, those in the $5 to $9 million range, were up 11%. It's like companies are being strategic, consolidating vendors while also seeking out niche providers for specialized capabilities. It's targeted spending, but it's clearly paying off.
What's interesting is how this breaks down by industry. Banking, financial services, and insurance, BFSI, led the way with a 55% increase in managed services. Travel and transportation weren't far behind at 51%, and even the energy sector grew by 34%. But manufacturing, it's been struggling, down 7% for the third straight quarter.
And geographically, the UK is the standout performer. Managed services there saw an 84% year-over-year increase, marking their strongest quarter in 3 years. Meanwhile, France and Germany didn't fare as well. France was down 59%, and Germany saw a 5.5% decline. It's a mixed bag, but overall, Europe's tech sector is thriving.
ISG even raised their growth forecast for cloud-based XaaS by 500 basis points to 30% for the year. That's a huge vote of confidence in the sector. But while Europe's tech industry is booming, the geopolitical landscape is looking a lot more volatile. Let's talk about the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, this is a story with massive implications. President Trump announced plans to reimpose a blockade on Iranian vessels in the strait, which handles about a fifth of the world's oil supply. He also proposed charging commercial shippers a 20% fee for protection. It's a bold move, but it's also incredibly risky.
Especially when you consider the global stakes. Commercial traffic through the strait has already dropped by 52% in just a week, and oil prices are climbing. Brent crude is now hovering around $78 to $79 a barrel. Any disruption here sends shockwaves through global markets.
And Iran isn't taking this lightly. They've launched retaliatory strikes hitting both coastal and inland targets, including key infrastructure sites. The U.S. Central Command confirmed the use of one-way attack drones, which is a significant shift in military tactics. It's like the conflict is escalating in real time.
What's also concerning is how this is spilling over into other regions. Yemen's Houthis, who are backed by Iran, have accused Saudi Arabia of striking Sana'a International Airport. They're warning of retaliation, and it feels like the entire region is on edge. Any misstep could escalate things even further.
And then there's the diplomatic angle. The US and Iran had a memorandum of understanding in June to ensure safe passage through the strait, but the language was vague, and now both sides are accusing each other of bad faith. It's like a ticking time bomb. One wrong move and everything could unravel.
The big question is what happens next? Will the U.S. actually implement this tolling scheme for ships? How will the international community respond? And what about the broader economic impact if this escalates into a full-blown conflict?
Those are the questions everyone's asking, and honestly, there are no easy answers. But let's move on to our third story, which is also about the future, though in a very different way. A group of leading economists and AI researchers, including 16 Nobel laureates, has issued a joint statement urging immediate action to manage AI's economic impact. What's your take on this?
It's a wake-up call for sure. They're saying that AI could trigger an economic transformation larger than the Industrial Revolution, but on a much shorter timeline. That's both exciting and terrifying. The potential to raise productivity and living standards is huge, but so are the risks, especially for workers and public institutions.
And they're calling for intensified research into AI's economic effects and for policymakers to start building frameworks now. Eric Brynjolfsson from Stanford summed it up perfectly. AI is advancing much faster than our economic understanding, and without timely action, we risk missing opportunities to ensure AI augments human work rather than replacing it.
Michael Spence, one of the Nobel laureates, also highlighted the uncertainty about the scale and timing of AI's impacts. Oh, he's calling for a comprehensive, coordinated response across disciplines and sectors. It's like they're saying, we don't have all the answers yet, but we need to start asking the right questions. Now.
And then there's Anton Korinek, who pointed out that previous general-purpose technologies like electricity or the internet gave us decades to adapt. With AI, that adjustment period might be compressed to just a few years. That's a game changer.
It really is. The statement also touches on the idea that whether AI raises living standards broadly or just concentrates wealth will depend on how we redesign our political and economic systems. It's not just about the technology, it's about the choices we make as a society.
So what's the takeaway here? For me, it's that we're at a crossroads. Whether it's Europe's tech boom, the escalating tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, or the transformative potential of AI, the decisions we make now will shape the future in profound ways.
Absolutely. It's a lot to think about, but these are the kinds of conversations we need to be having. And hopefully, by shining a light on these issues, we can help move the needle in the right direction.
Well said. Let's leave it there for today. As always, there's more to come, and we'll be here to break it all down. Until next time.
Until next time.